All right, guys. Friday's workout involves some push jerks and supinated barbell rows for your strength work, and then you're doing a WOD that involves rowing and front rack lunges with a barbell. So I'm gonna hit a couple points on each segment of that. So your push jerks are being cycled. All right, so we're practicing for the CrossFit Open. We're trying to perform quick reps with moderate weight. So put about 65 to maybe 75% of your 1 rep max on your bar, and that's what you're gonna be playing with for your EMOM. A couple pointers. Make sure that you stand up all the way after each rep. So I've just caught my jerk. I have to make sure I stand before I bring the bar back down and cycle the next one. Stand, stand, stand. All right. Another tip is to make sure that when you bring the bar back down on the next rep, you're going to immediately load with your legs. So you're going to receive the bar with your legs, right? And be ready to go. Versus receiving the bar with my legs locked down. So I want to catch the bar here to be immediately able to go back up in the next rep. Okay. Last tip is make sure that your hips move straight down, straight up. Straight down, straight up. Not back and up. Back and up. All right, if I go back, the bar wants to go forwards. All right, I want a bar to go up, so I make sure my hips go straight down and straight up. Okay? So those are my tips for the jerk. Supinated bent over row means palm upside down. So you're holding a bowl of soup, that makes a supinated grip. No one holds soup this way. This is called pronated grip. So underhand, all right, the angle of torso inclination is dependent upon your flexibility, and whatever angle your torso is on will determine the direction you move your bar. So grab underhand. If I am on a high angle like this, I'm going to pull my bar back to my lower abdomen, leading with my elbows. All right, squeezing my shoulder blades together. It's going to go back towards my hip and my lower abdomen. If my angle is much greater and I'm essentially parallel to the ground, now I'm going to pull straight up, essentially where I would bench press into my upper abdomen. All right, so if I have a higher angle of inclination, I'm going to pull to my lower abdomen, okay? Upper abdomen, lower abdomen. If I'm bent over a lot, pull to the upper abdomen. If I'm not bent over a lot, pull towards the lower abdomen. All of this is leading with the elbow backwards, all right? The WOD involves rowing and front rack lunges. The rowing we'll touch on later, but the lunges, something that annoys the hell out of me in this gym is that when I see people crash their back knee into the floor. So I don't know about you, but I only have 2 kneecaps, 2 patellas. All right, and I don't want to have a replacement of either. So I prefer not smashing my kneecap into the floor just to make it easier on myself. I actually do the harder thing, the more effective technique in terms of developing muscle and strength, which is to control my descent into the ground. I strongly advise you do the same. So when you rack your barbell, make sure that when you're doing your walking, that the back knee gently kisses the ground, and there is no visible or auditory or impact of that leg. All right, do not smash into the floor with that back knee just because you can rebound off of a rubber floor. All right, make it a controlled touch and stand. All right, make sure that every single rep, you fully extend the hip. All right, so my front hip extends, and then I take my next step. And by the way, this is a perfectly legal front rack position. So for those of you that don't have very good wrist and finger flexibility, go ahead and front rack like the bodybuilders do. Do your front rack lunges, still kissing the ground. All right, those are my tips for Friday.